Good morning everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with your daily update for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. Before I get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so that you don't miss my Monday to Friday updates for these three markets. And if you are subscribed, thank you very much for your support. Don't forget to like and make a comment because all of your engagement helps my little YouTube channel grow. For Bitcoin, really not a lot to note today. It's moving sideways. It broke above support at 35,000, but I want to see the 8th of November move up and away before I have confidence that the support at 35,000 will hold, because the last time this happened on the 1st of November, on the 2nd of November it just turned around and went lower back below that level. So let's see if it can move up and away from support. Price is now limping higher with a decline in volume and a decline in range, but for the short term volume is still bullish. Now this doesn't mean we can't get a deep pullback here, and I am looking out for that sooner rather than later still, but overall the volume profile for Bitcoin remains bullish. Something new to note here for on balance volume, I have the yellow resistance line and the purple support line. I use on balance volume with support lines rather than looking for divergence because I found it to be a bit more reliable and it can give really strong signals. When price trades in a consolidation with swings from resistance to support and back again, on balance volume will often trace out a resistance and support range as well. You can use this to look for a breakout, a break above resistance, a bullish signal, a break below support, a bearish signal. You can use it another way though. When on balance volume comes up to touch resistance, it may have a swing down from there, and so it may also assist to halt a rise in price. If on balance volume moves higher tomorrow, it's going to reach this yellow resistance line, and if that happens, that may assist to halt a rise in price today. We could see a downward movement tomorrow, so I'll be watching this range carefully for on balance volume. For Bitcoin, ADX is now very extreme. It's in danger territory. RSI is still overbought, and there is a single bearish divergence between price and RSI, also between price and money flow after money flow reached overbought. So due to extreme conditions and bearish divergence, this is why I'm expecting a pullback now sooner rather than later. Get some free giveaways today to help you with your technical analysis. Click on the link below to go to my website and you can download one or more of these three giveaways. I have an ebook on technical analysis basics for you. These are the contents of the ebook, several chapters on some basics, some indicators, some techniques, looking at gaps, looking at scale for your charts, and I've even got 2 steps to a high probability trade setup there for you. Another free giveaway is this easy candlestick pattern guide to the major candlestick reversal patterns, bullish and bearish, diagrams, descriptions of how they should be read and in what context. And a third giveaway, I have this Elliott Wave structure guide, 3 pages giving you all of the Elliott Wave structures with all of the rules you need to know and diagrams of the ideal form for each. Motive structures on 1 page and all of the corrective structures on 2 pages. So click on the link below and get any one or all of these 3 giveaways for free. For Ethereum, the Elliott Wave count sees a first wave at minute degree over at the high. For the 6th of November, I'm going to label it over now because we've got a hanging man candlestick pattern completed on the 7th, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get to the technical chart. Following 5 steps forward, we should be expecting 3 steps back, and a core Elliott Wave rule is 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 1521.78. I'll be looking for minute 2 possibly to find support at the logarithmic function of the 0.618 Fibonacci ratio at 1661.53. I'll expect minute 2 to last at least a couple of weeks, maybe a little bit longer. When it's done, we'll be looking for a third wave at multiple degrees to move higher. The bigger picture for Ethereum, the Elliott Wave count is extremely bullish. Let me know in comments below if you want me to go over monthly charts for the Elliott Wave counts for Ethereum and XRP as well. I can do monthly technicals for Bitcoin, but I can't give you my Elliott Wave counts for Bitcoin because that's a subscription on my website. You can get it if you want it, but you'll have to pay for it. I think it's worth it. It should pay for itself in the first week. Moving on. Technicals for Ethereum, we now have a hanging man candlestick pattern for the 7th of November, but the long lower wick of a hanging man has a bullish implication, which means the hanging man really does require bearish confirmation in the following session's candlestick. So we need to see a bearish candlestick complete for this current session, 8th of November, in order to have confidence in the bearish implication of this hanging man candlestick. If that happens, I'll have more confidence in the Elliott Wave count that calls for minute 1 over here and minute 2 to be a pullback lasting at least a couple of weeks. I had a look inside this session because it's showing an increase in volume, but it's a downward session, a lower high, a lower low. But there's a long bullish, long lower wick. So there was quite a lot of bullish movement within yesterday's session. When I looked inside the session, it was upward periods of time within the session that had stronger volume. So I'm going to read the volume increase here for the 7th of November as bullish. So volume is still for the short term for Ethereum, pushing price higher. Ethereum still has quite a strong bullish volume profile. Now again, this doesn't mean it can't have a pullback, and I am expecting a pullback has begun yesterday, but it's a pullback within an ongoing bull market, and the volume profile supports that view, and that's what the Elliott Wave count expects. For Ethereum, ADX is now indicating the upward trend is very extreme, not quite in danger territory yet. It can get quite a bit higher than 50, but it's getting there. For Ethereum, yesterday has created a pivot, so I am now going to look at these points in RSI and compare them to corresponding points in price, and I'm going to identify the single bearish divergence after RSI reached reasonably overbought, not as deeply overbought as it can get, but somewhat. Now this could develop further. We could see a little bit of a tiny little sideways downward movement and then another high from price, and we could see double bearish divergence develop. We could even see triple bearish divergence before the pullback arrives. So single on its own is somewhat of an indicator and support of the Elliott Wave count, but not as strong support as double or triple. There's double bearish divergence between price and money flow though, but money flow didn't reach overbought, and I don't give as much weight when the peaks are further apart. I give a little bit more weight when the peaks are closer together. It seems to be a bit more reliable. I still have the two Elliott Wave counts for XRP. The first Elliott Wave count, they both see an intermediate degree third wave beginning here. This is within primary 3 within cycle 3, so the Elliott Wave count for XRP is really bullish. Within the start of intermediate 3, this count has minor 1, 2, minute 1, 2, and now minuet 1 and 2 to come. So minuet 2 may be relatively sharp and brief over within under 2 weeks, maybe a week or so. The logarithmic function of the 0.618 Fibonacci ratio would be the preferred area for support at 56 cents. It may not move beyond the start of 1 below 0.4743. So the first wave count sees a series of 1, 2, 3 overlapping first and second waves and has a support target at 56 cents, whereas the second wave count has only 1, 2, no overlapping here, and a support target of 5.5388. So slight differences there. The invalidation point's also different. So this wave count sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps forward, labelled minor wave 1, now looking for minor wave 2 to last at least 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. Minor 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 0.4456. So slight differences there. I think this might actually be my preferred wave count, but I'm going to wait to see the depth and the duration of the pullback before I decide which of these two wave counts I'm going to go with. I'm going to base it on proportion. For XRP, we now have dark cloud cover completed yesterday. The close of this candlestick is just a little bit beyond half the body of the previous candlestick for the 6th of November, so it's met the technical requirement to be a dark cloud cover bearish reversal pattern. Look for support now at 62 cents initially. Below that, 54 cents is actually pretty strong. For 54, 55 cents, really strong support down there for XRP. Downward movement yesterday comes with a slight decline in volume. We can't make any conclusion about the current session. We're still in the morning, but yesterday did see a decline in volume for a red candlestick. ADX tells us that upward trend is now very extreme, nearing danger territory, just above 56, but can get more extreme before the trend has a decent interruption. RSI is reaching deeply, deeply overbought, but does not exhibit bearish divergence for XRP, nor does money flow. Still, given those fairly extreme conditions, a dark cloud cover candlestick pattern is an indication we could be looking for a pullback to begin here, and as the Elliott Wave structure is complete, it could have found a high for the short term on the 6th of November. Now, it is also possible we could see a little bit of a limp sideways and a slight new high and bearish divergence develop before a deeper pullback that's more time consuming of a couple of weeks begins. That's it from me with your crypto update today. I hope everyone's having a lovely day.